Last week, a report in the US-based Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists dated September 9 stated that Pakistan's nuclear weapons stockpile could grow to around 200 warheads by 2025 if the current trend continues. The report states Pakistan could have produced 690 grams of tritium by the end of 2020, that is sufficient to boost over 100 weapons. The country continues to expand its nuclear arsenal, with more warheads, more delivery systems, and a growing fissile materials production industry. The report has emphasized Pakistan's nuclear weapons expansion will be heavily dependent on India's nuclear weapons program being strengthened. Pakistan's nuclear missile arsenal consists primarily of short to medium-range ballistic missiles, but is making significant progress in its cruise missile capabilities and trying to develop new short-range tactical weapons, sea-based cruise missiles, air-launched cruise missiles, and longer-range ballistic missiles. The paper examines the various platforms used to transport nuclear weapons, including as ballistic and cruise missiles, as well as aircraft. Pakistan has two versions of US-made F-16s, as well as the China-assisted JF-17 fighter jets. However, the nature of their nuclear capabilities remains unclear. But for nuclear strike missions, the Pakistan Air Force still relies on an aircraft it first inducted in 1967. The French-built Mirage 3. Most important aircraft in the Pakistan Air Force. In 1956, the Mirage 3 took to the skies for the first time. The Mirage 3 was the world's first operational fighter jet capable of flying at double the speed of sound. The Mirage 3 was the primary fighter used by the Israeli Air Force in devastation of Arab air forces during the 1967 Six-Day War, garnering it legendary status. Since the late 1960s, the Pakistan Air Force has been procuring the Mirage 3 and its ground attack variant, the Mirage 5. Due to restrictions on getting F-16s from the US in the 1990s, Pakistan purchased second-hand Mirage 3 and Mirage 5 jets from a number of countries, including Lebanon, Australia, and France. The Pakistan Air Force launched the Retrofit of Strike Element program in the late 1990s to update its Mirage fleet and improve its ground attack capability. According to Pakistani analysts, the Pakistan Air Force deployed Mirage planes to assault an Indian base in Kashmir in response for the February 2019 Balakot airstrike. But both Mirage 3 and Mirage 5 are inferior to the Indian Air Force's Mirage 2000 aircraft, which is a larger plane with more advanced fly-by-wire flight systems. The Pakistani Air Force has equipped the Mirage with an aerial refueling capability, which will significantly improve the nuclear attack mission. Various reports suggested that the F-16AB has about 24 launches and a range of 1,600 kilometers, while the Mirage 3 and 5 has approximately 12 launches and a range of 2,100 kilometers. The report claimed Pakistan Air Force is developing air-launched cruise missiles called warheads that can carry nuclear warheads. The warhead has a range of 350 kilometers, whereas the warhead 2 has a range of 600 kilometers. All test launches employing either warhead system have been conducted from Mirage 3 aircraft, indicating its likely delivery system upon deployment. The Bulletin report states, the Mirage 5 is believed to have been given a strike role with Pakistan's small arsenal of nuclear gravity bombs, while the Mirage 3 has been used for test launches of Pakistan's warhead air-launched cruise missile, as well as the follow-on warhead 2 LCM. Referring to other platforms, Pakistan is buying 8 diesel-electric submarines from China that would be equipped to fire the Baba 3 cruise missile, which could carry nuclear warheads. Pakistan is not yet considered to have a sea-based deterrent, but once it becomes operational, the Baba 3 will provide Pakistan with a triad of nuclear strike platforms. The medium-range missiles include Shaheen-2 and newer Shaheen-3 missiles. Once fully operational, researchers point out that the Shaheen-3 missiles, with a projected range of 2,750 kilometers, would bring Israel within range of Pakistani nuclear missiles. For this, the missiles will have to be deployed in the western parts of Balochistan province. Pakistan is also developing a multiple independent re-entry vehicle (MIRV), technology-enabled nuclear-capable ballistic missile, Ababil.